Hey everyone, Chris here, and welcome to my channel, and welcome to this weekend's reading vlog. So this weekend is dedicated to the third round of the Final Book Support Group, which, if you don't know, is hosted by Steph from Steph Loves. I will link her channel and the Final Book Support Group Twitter in the description below if you'd like to check it out. But basically, the Final Book Support Group is all about encouraging readers to finish their series, or work on their series, or in some cases, even start series. But this weekend, we're just focusing on trying to finish some series or catch up on series more so than start new ones. And I'm very excited. It's a 48-hour round, so I wanted to do a dedicated reading vlog. There are three main books I want to get to this weekend. The first is The Ship of Dead by Rick Riordan. This is the third and final book in the Magnus Chase trilogy, and I am so excited to wrap this trilogy up. I have absolutely loved the first two books, and I am not in the greatest place mental health-wise, and I know that the first two books made me laugh, and that could be very much needed, and I am very excited to get to this because of that, and because I know I love Rick's writing. I know I love the way he tells a story, and I know these characters in this world pretty darn well at this point, so very excited to see how Magnus' story ends. The second is Enola Holmes and the Black Baroche by Nancy Springer. This is the seventh book in the Enola Holmes series, and it is the most recent release. It's not the final book in the series, but it will have me caught up on the series because I believe the eighth book comes out sometime next month. And I have been buddy reading this with Naomi from Naomi's Bookshelf with the idea of getting caught up on the series before the eighth book comes out. So I want to read this weekend so that I can officially be caught up on the series. And the third book I'm hoping to get to is Check Please, Book 2, Sticks and Stones. And this is a graphic novel series that follows a recent high school graduate who's headed off to college named Biddy. And he loves hockey, and he loves to bake, and he has to kind of adjust to life at college. And I really enjoyed book one, and this is a duology, so this would finish out this series for me, so I'm hoping to get to this one this weekend as well. The other books I would like to get to are volumes 6 through 9 of Lumberjanes and volume 2 of Fence. I wanted to make some progress on my graphic novels. I can tell you, as of right now, I have finished volumes 6 and 7. So in Lumberjanes, we're following a group of girls who are at like a summer camp thing, and they keep coming across these mythical, magical creatures. So it's not your typical normal summer camp, and I've really, really enjoyed them. I'm giving volume 6, I think I'm going to go 4 stars, and I'm giving volume 7 4.5. This one has definitely been my favorite throughout the entire series. I really enjoy the relationships with these girls and seeing how they grow and evolve in each book. And I love the adventures they get on and the crazy shenanigans they get up to. So I've really, really enjoyed diving back into this series. And hopefully I'll be able to read these two in quick succession along with Fence. They shouldn't take me long, and then I can focus on these because I'm really hoping to make some progress in my series this weekend. Unfortunately, these are the only ones that actually made my TBR, but I'm still very excited to be reading because at this point, reading anything is better than reading nothing, given how slumpy I am. So yeah, I think I'm going to wrap this clip up here so that I can go read, because I'm hoping to get through both of these and maybe this tonight before I go to bed, so that I can really kick this round of the Final Book Support Group off with a bang, and then I can focus on these two tomorrow. And we'll see. If I can get through all of this, I have no idea what I will move on to. I have a lot of other series on my TBR. I'm in the middle of book 3 of the Seeker series. I have started the, I want to say, third book in the Positively Organic Mystery series. I read the first chapter, so I could read that. I have book 4 of the Witches of Palmetto Point series on my TBR. I have book 2 of Claude. I have book 7, I believe, of Keeper of the Lost Cities, which, even though it's a reread, I think it counts. Though I highly doubt I will get to an 850-page book this weekend, which is the reason I'm not going to assume I'm going to check out Valor, which is the second book in the Faithful and Fallen series. I have the third book of the Kingdom and Empire series that I could read, I have Wings of Shadow, which again, I don't think I'm going to get to because it's a ginormous book, but that's the third and final book in the Phoenix Rider series, or the Crown of Feather series, whatever it's called. I have books 2 and 3 of the Aunt Dimity series that I would like to get to this month. I have the second Paola Santiago book on my TBR. I have the sequel to the spin-off series of the Lady Hardcastle mystery series by T.E. Kinsey I could read. I have been doing really, really well about trying to throw as many sequels and series on my TBR as possible. So yeah, I'm not going to get to all of them this weekend, but if I were to finish these 3 and then read these 3, I will absolutely be picking up a sequel to something and continuing to focus on my series reading, because the final book support group has definitely inspired me to focus a lot more on my series. And between that and my series to continue jar, I think I've done a really good job of prioritizing my series, even when they're not coming out of my jar and there's no readathon happening for the final book support group in the month. So that is my plan. I'm going to hop off here so that I can try to get through these 3 before I feel too tired to keep my eyes open. And I will check back in with you hopefully sometime tomorrow to let you know how I'm doing. So it is 1 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, which means we've made it through the first 24 hours of this round of the final book support group. And all I did today basically was read. So I have read volumes 8 and 9 of Lumberjanes. I'm giving volume 8 4 stars, and I'm giving volume 9 4.25. I am really, really enjoying this now. I wasn't sure I was going to love it, especially after the art style changed, but I'm in a groove now and I'm really enjoying the stories that are being told and the adventures that the characters are going on. And I will definitely be reading more volumes probably sooner rather than later, because I believe I got through volume 14, set to come out of my library later this month, because you can request a book and then set the date that it's going to activate your request. So I have requested those, but the requests aren't active yet. So I am planning on getting the next chunk of volumes, and I'm really enjoying this series, and I'm really glad that I decided to pick up the volumes I had out from the library for this round of final book support group. Then I read Fence Volume 2, and I'm going 3.75 stars on this one. And this is a graphic novel where we're following a boy named Nicholas who is at this school for fencing, and he really wants to be this amazing fencer, but has never had proper training and is trying to figure out how to fit in with people who have. And he's got a massive rival that he would like to beat, and I enjoyed it. It's not my favorite graphic novel series, but I will still keep reading it because I am enjoying the story, and they're quick, easy reads, so it's not like it takes long. And there were some things that happened in this one that make me very intrigued for where things are going. My helper. She's like, "Why are you disturbing me? I was sleeping. Leave me alone." Sorry, Blitz. Then I read Check Please, Volume 2, Sticks and Scones. This is the second book in the Check Please series. It's a duology, and we're following Biddy during his college years. In this one, we're following him through his junior and senior year. He is a kid who likes to make vlogs, play hockey, and bake. I've really enjoyed this journey with him and getting to see his story, and I'm going 4.25 stars, and this is the second book in a duology, at least according to the beginning, because there is a note that says, "This is the second and final Check Please book, and I'm excited to share the end of the series." So at the author's note in the beginning, it does confirm this is the end of the series. So that means I have marked off another series on my series list, which is amazing and awesome. And the whole point of this support group is to finish series, and I have finished at least one, which is exciting. And then, because it was a day of reading, I started The Ship of the Dead, which is the third book in the Magnus Chase series. I am on page 64, so I still have a ways to go, but I'm already enjoying it. And if you remember and have seen my vlog where I talk about book 2, I love chapter headings. And I think that my favorite chapter heading so far, and this is tough because there's been some good ones, is "I bid farewell to Eric, 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 and also Eric." I really like that one. That one got a chuckle out of me, and it reminded me of the Wayside school books, because I think it's Eric that the class has 3 Erics. I think that's the name. They have a kid in the class who shares his name with 2 other kids in the class, and I think it's Eric. So that just cracked me up. So I'm enjoying the start to this. It started off with quite a bang. And yeah, I am very, very curious to see how Magnus's journey ends in this one. So my plan is to read this tonight, I think, because I want to. Not that I don't want to read my other stuff, but I really want to read that. And then tomorrow, I am hoping to switch to Enola Holmes. So I see no reason why I won't finish both of these during the final book support group. And if I do manage to finish both of those and I still have time, I think I will move on to A Mirror Mended, which is the second book in this series. I don't know what the series name is. Anyways, it's the sequel to Spindle Splintered, and I really enjoyed that, and that one was about Sleeping Beauty. I am curious to find out whether this is a continuation of the first book, or whether it follows like a different fairy tale, or if it somehow incorporates the two. So that would be my plan, is to pick this one up. It's a very quick, short read, so it's not like it will take me long, and if I manage to get through all of that, well, I have no idea what I'm going to read. I'll figure it out when I get there. So that's my plan. I will never get over this giant puffball and her sleeping on the back of my chair. I don't know if I can get you a shot of her. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to get a shot of her face. Oh, there she goes. Blissy. Hi. You're very strange. I have no idea how that is comfortable. Though I will say it does give her a good breeze, because you can see my fan right here. A lot of times the chair is in between the fan and the bed, so she does get a nice breeze. So in this hot weather, it's probably been pretty nice. So I'm going to sign off here and go pick back up Magnus Chase and see if I can finish most of his journey tonight. I don't think I'll finish all of it. I think I'm too tired for that, but I should be able to make a good dent in it. So I'm going to go read, and I will check back in with you hopefully tomorrow morning to let you know how I'm doing. So it is officially Monday. That means this round of the final book support group is over. And that means I have to check in and tell you how I did on Sunday. I had hoped to check in this morning and let you know where I was at and how I was feeling, but it was a bajillion degrees out today. This heat wave is kicking my butt. I hate it. I am very much ready for winter, and I have one more day to go. I think today, even though I don't think it was like temperature-wise the hottest day, was the most humid, so it was just miserable today. And I didn't sleep great because my room got hot early. So I was also pretty sluggish because of that today. So I didn't get as much reading done as I had hoped, but I got the reading done that I wanted to get done. So first, I finished The Ship of the Dead. This is the third and final book in the Magnus Chase trilogy, which means I can cross that one off my series list. And I'm giving this 5 stars. I absolutely loved it. This book is amazing. It's hilarious. I love the humor that Rick manages to infuse his books with. I'm going to give you some chapter titles that I came across besides the one about the Erics, just because they're one of my favorite parts. Follow the Smell of Dead Frogs, to the tune of Follow the Yellow Brick Road. So you need to sing that, and I absolutely did. I have bad news, and no, actually I just have bad news. If you understand what happens in this chapter, please tell me, because I have no clue. And the last one I'll share with you is Nothing Happens. It's a miracle. I absolutely love these chapter titles, and as I was listening to the audiobook, it's even more fun because you get the inflection of the voice actor who does a brilliant job. I can officially say this is my second favorite Rick Riordan series behind Apollo, and they're pretty neck and neck. I really love both of them because they have that humor. It makes me want to reread Percy again because I just want to start at the beginning and binge all of his books from the beginning. But I think I have like maybe like the Demigod Files. Like I think there are like companion novels that I'm going to look into reading because I'm just not ready to be out of this world yet. And I believe that there is another series coming from Rick that is set in the Percy Jackson universe. So I am very excited about that whenever it comes out because I really, really love Rick's writing. And then I read Enola Holmes and the Black Baroche. I'm giving this 5 stars. I really enjoyed this book. So this is book 7 in the Enola Holmes series, and Enola Holmes is Sherlock's little sister, and in the first book, her mother disappears, and she's like 14, and Sherlock and Mycroft basically haven't been in her life, and they show up, and they want to send her to like a finishing school, and she doesn't want that, so she ends up taking off and disappearing into the wilds of London to try to survive on her own and hopefully figure out what happened to her mom. All while avoiding her brothers, one of whom happens to be, Sherlock Holmes. So he's not exactly going to be the easiest person to evade. And while she's in London, she solves mysteries in each of her books. And there was a break between book 6 and book 7, and this book is actually longer than book 6 and, well, any other book in the series. So I was very curious to see whether the break would change anything and whether the length would change anything. And I'm happy to say that at least for me, it didn't. I really enjoyed Enola's journey through this. I liked getting to see the characters that she interacted with and the growth we have seen from her since book 1 to now, because she's definitely had to grow up. Not just because she's gotten older, but because of the circumstances she's found herself in. I really enjoyed the mystery of this one and the fact that we were once again thrown right into the deep end. I liked that. I think Nancy Springer has found her groove when it comes to a balance between developing the characters, developing the world, and giving us a mystery. It is never the most complex mystery, and if that's what you're looking for, you're looking at the wrong books. But it is perfect for an older middle grader or a younger YA audience, and I've really, really enjoyed the series. I'm so excited to be caught up. And I'm excited to read book 8, which I believe comes out next month. So I'll either be reading it in September or October, depending on when I can get my hands on it. Hopefully sooner rather than later, because I really, really enjoy the series. So that's all I read. And I mean, given that I was feeling rather slumpy going into the weekend, the fact that I read 2 full books and 6 comics, because I read 4 volumes of Lumberjane, the 2nd volume of Fence, and then the 2nd volume of Check Please. I think that's a pretty good weekend reading vlog. It's a great round of the final book support group, given that I made progress on 5 series, 3 of which I completed. So yeah, I'm very, very happy with my progress this weekend, and hopefully I will be able to continue that momentum into next week, where you'll be getting another shorter vlog because I have another weekend reading vlog planned for you. So that's exciting. And today, my vlog that ended on Friday went out. I'm caught up on vlogs. And this one should be going out maybe Tuesday, because I'll probably try to upload it tomorrow. And as long as it actually uploads and does not take 3 months to upload, I should be able to get that out Tuesday. I think that's my plan right for now. And I finished editing my book haul, so I'm hoping to get that up this week too. And with the cooler weather, that means I might actually be able to film. My sit-down videos, I struggle to film at night because I prefer better lighting. And I mean, this is decent lighting, but I like doing it during the day when my room's a bit brighter. And I have February through July's top 5s, and I do want to film them. I do plan to film them. An unhaul I would like to film, and then if I get to it, the mid-year freakout tag. I know it's August, but I really like that tag, and being able to look at the books I read in the first half of the year and tell you a bit about them. We'll see if I get to it. But that is it for this weekend's vlog. A successful round of the final book support group. All of my social media is linked in the description below if you'd like to come chat with me. If you've made it this far in the video, leave me, let's go with camp emojis. Anything to do with camp, since I read 4 volumes of Lumberjane and they're at a summer camp. Like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye!